recording here. And as you can see, we have 0 red folder news, 0 news today, basically. I don't know about like gray folder or whatever the other colors are, but I have red and orange there because that's basically what means everything, right? So let's go over this trade last night, guys. This trade call was freaking crazy. It was, if you look at the 1-minute chart here, it went sideways for about an hour and a half, and then it just freaking crashed. So that was the trade call from last night right here. I took this, so I got I got profit from here. I think I got out on this candle here, but yeah, I got in there and then got out there. So I didn't, because it was too late. Like pretty much 11 o'clock it actually played out. Like it crashed. But yeah, that's the trade call from last night, which was pretty freaking awesome. All that there, and then I'm sure most people sold there, right? That took it. So let's go. Let's because that was the NASDAQ. So we're gonna clean that chart up. And we'll get set up here. So it's 9:30 right now, which is good. And put US30 over here. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Okay. And then go to 7 p.m. right there. And we'll block out that. So there's the Tokyo range today is going to be massive because basically all this is Tokyo, right? Most of this. Yeah. No. Right to here. Yep. Is that? That's 10:15. Okay, so right there. So that's the Tokyo range today, guys, which is crazy. So yeah, trading today. Who knows? Who knows how today's gonna go? US30. I gotta clean up that chart as well. There we go. Okay, so we'll look at this here, and 7 p.m. till 1 a.m. is right there. So from here, and this is going to be the same thing. Like it's going to be massive as well. Yeah. Yeah. So that guy. Yeah. So today, it's like the price is neutral right now. So I can't call the direction overall. Like normally, I can pretty much call the direction overall before the session even starts. But yeah, there's no direction. It's neutral. And we'll get all set up here. Okay. So yeah, I think it's going to be slow today again, guys. Like that big move last night, that's huge. And then it bounced all the way back up here. So we'll have to see because the market's already opened right now, right? And there's not that much volume going on. Also, here's the big reason why it's so damn slow is because the market closes early today. It's a trading holiday. So the institutions are not really trading. So if we're going to have a day where we don't get 3 trades, it would likely be today. Okay. So it's going to be, yeah, guys, it'll be like trading Tokyo session basically. And it's just it'll probably range most of the time, but we should be able to get, I'm going to try and get 3 trades out of this, but I'm not going to force it. Like if we get 2, we get 2. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to log into my account here, get the proper tickers on my other screen. MNQ and MYM micro contracts. Got to clean up those charts. So I'm on my actual computer monitor. This is my external monitor, which I chart on. And yeah, so this guy is ready to go. Let's just set him up here. So that's that guy. And then this is, yeah, so it's like, you know, do we want to pull a short here? So the next candle is going to give us our entry for our short. There is a fair value gap here for sure. So it could come all the way down to here. I'm still going to trade it, guys. But today, obviously, I'm trading on one lot. Like you'd be crazy to trade on full contracts today. It's going to be so damn slow. So yeah, it could, like we could get in here on the next candle in 6 seconds, which that's the entry model. Wait. Oh, sorry. Jeez, I got to go down here. Sorry, guys. I was at the 31 candle. Okay, so anyways, we got to wait for a body open below here. I was wondering, I'm like, that is so small. So yeah, we just have to wait a bit, and we know there's a fair value gap down here to the upside. Pretty much everything did the same thing last night. So you'd be looking at this. To the upside is that's been taken out. And I think this was the tippy top there. So there might, oh, yeah, you got all this here. I forgot. Okay. So we've got gaps all the way through here. This hasn't been taken out. This hasn't been taken out. So we'll zoom in here and we'll see. And we'll look for where price is going to go here. So you've got the top of Tokyo's been taken out, right? You've got that right there, which this would be a nice trade all the way up there. So we'll just place one right there. And I think Tokyo's been taken out with the US30. Let's just go look. Maybe it hasn't. Pretty sure it has, right? Yeah. No, not really. Okay. So the top of Tokyo hasn't been taken out. Right. Okay, so we're getting some movement here. But yeah, it could just do this, and then after our session, um, like normally what they do is right before the close, they'll actually like move the market. If you trade at which they call power hour, um, at the end of New York, but today it closes at 1 today, guys. So you're not gonna get like basically they would pretty much like move power hour to like 12 or whatever. So yeah, we might just get a lot of this, but if we do get a trade, I'm gonna take it. But I'm dropping my lot size, guys. Today's just a fun day just for me to journal. Basically, I'm gonna drop my lot size to like 1 or 2 in the Nasdaq. In US30, I'll do like 3 to 4 lots in it, just because the sizing's a bit smaller. So I gotta log into my account here. Okay, ready to go. Yeah, I'll do 3 lots in US30, and I'll just do 1 lot in Nasdaq. I think is the best today. And I'm contemplating trading support and resistance now, because it is like it feels like Tokyo session, like really slow. And Tokyo session, the best models that work with that, if you want to get a lot of trades in, is to trade support and resistance levels. So you find your range, and then you trade within the range. And of course, if it breaks out of the range, you trade. That'll be your nice trade, right? Unless it's a liquidity sweep. So we might actually do that today, guys. We'll see, just so we can get some trades and we're not just doing one trade. Because I think if we were to play the break of a range, we might only get one trade per asset. And if they break at the same time, then that would suck, because then we're only getting like one trade, possibly like for the entire session. Because honestly, like you look at the Tokyo session and like you're getting one good trade basically, right? Like you can get in and out if it really moves like last night, but still, you know. Yeah. So, I'm hesitant to call a short here, but I'd like to see this trade here, but it's neutral. So it could go up and take out this stuff up here, or it could go down and take out this stuff down here. But there's no one pushing it in any direction now. So I think we just got to wait around here a little bit. NASDAQ is crawling. Let's look at gold real quick. Gold's same thing. Well, it's sitting on the VWAP. Yeah, all the volume was during London session last night. So if you guys traded London, You probably did pretty good last night if you got the trend right and you're not trading against the trend. There. Okay. I gotta pull this red line in here because it's so slow that it's like way the heck down there. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'll actually play support and resistance. So we'll call trades like this, just so that we'll have fun today. Drop your lot size. Well, as I said, I'm trading on one lot in the Nasdaq, which is like nothing, and then three lots on US30, which is about the same. There, you know. Okay, so I want to wait. I want to see what happens here at the VWAP. If we get a body open below the VWAP, then this is our next area where we have to look because this is the trade I want. If it breaks below here, then everyone's going to start selling and it'll push price down, right? But seeing that it's the retail traders today, like the majority of trading today would be retail trading because institutional trading closed today. Um, they might actually just range and then we might actually get liquidity sweeps and we might not get a good trade like outside of the range. So that's why I'm saying I think that it's best we trade inside the range today. Like look at the Nasdaq, guys, it's not even moving. So this is what it feels like to trade Tokyo session. It's just really, really boring, really, really slow. But the good thing about that is you can drop your lot size and it's more of like a learning experience because it takes a very long time to get in and out of a trade. And price doesn't, if it does go against you, it's not going to go against you really quick like it does with the New York session. Like if a trade goes against you, normally within two candles, you're like, oh, it's going against me, and then you can get out. But yeah, with Tokyo session, um, it gives you a lot more time to think and stuff. So a lot of people say like beginners should start trading Tokyo session like to learn because price action is so slow. I don't think like that. I think that like it's good to get in and out quick and like where you stand, right? Like within 2 minutes, like, oh, I'm making money or I'm not. Then you can decide. So this guy here, moving down a bit, and we just have to wait. We have to wait till it gives something to us here. So if I was to go back in time, I would have actually taken that short because if you remember, I said, oh, we could take a short here, but I never did it because it's definitely coming down to the VWAP there. Oh, also, we're going to see a lot of the $1 members, guys. They're going to drop like flies pretty soon because it's coming up on the 1 month right now from when I launched the community. And at the start, I had $1 to enter our community, and then 2 weeks ago, I gave them access to the course. But a lot of them, I've noticed, like I look through the data and stuff, and most of them, like it was crazy. Like 95% of the $1 members just joined and didn't do anything. So it's kind of a cool experiment with marketing is to give things away for free and then see what happens, or give them away for like basically nothing, like $1, and see what happens. Like the difference between the $9 member, which that's like the new $1 member, it's the standard member, is so different. Like the $9 people, they're actually going through the course. They're going a lot slower through the course than the VIP members. But yeah, it was just a really neat experience, guys, to see uh, how, because it deals with like mindset of people, right? Like if you give something away for free or for hardly anything, people assume it has no value. And like you guys know, as VIP and you're watching me trade live and stuff like that, like what I'm teaching you in the course is actually what we're doing in these lives. And it works. Like I pay my bills every single month with the money that I make. Oh, my dog's going crazy. With the money I make from trading, right? So yeah, it was kind of a neat little not experiment, because I wanted to leave it $1, but then we had all those scam people come in, and they're paying $1 just to try and get in the group and scam people. So that was the big reason why to up the price. Lulu, come here. Come on. Come. I think they're doing something outside, so she's barking at them. Oh my god, that's annoying. Okay, so this right here, guys, do we want to call something here? Hmm. See, I don't want to just do things just to be like, oh, look, we're trading. But you can see it's bouncing off the VWAP. So I'm going to put my trend. I'm going to have to go get my dog because she's going nuts downstairs. So I'm going to put my trend line there. And I'm going to say if we start to go sideways here, I think that it's a good opportunity to get in. We got to look at the 15-minute chart is going to be your good friend today. Okay. No, the 15-minute chart's neutral. Okay, so you can see that's the range that we're in right now. Here, I'm gonna have to go and run and get my dog because she's freaking out downstairs. I'll be right back. It'll take me 2 minutes. Damn it, Lulu. Oh, okay. I'm gonna jump in with 3 lots here. Okay, so I'm buying. So I'm getting a late entry, but it's not showing up. Oh, there it goes. It shows up. Okay, so it's in profit, $10. So, yeah, we got that, and I'm up $20. Oh, it's down back down to 10. And I'm taking my profits right now, guys. So that was a little bit of a late entry there. Um, why I took my profits is because of this back here. It's basically where it was there when it got rejected, but it could continue up and then we actually get a long position. But I'd rather re-enter around here, right? Okay, so piddly trade, but that is a trade. It made $16 for me, but guys, think of today as kind of a write-off. You're still trading. It's like we're more learning to put into our journal and that type of thing here. And yeah, like the analysis was like, too bad I was getting my dog when this candle here opened on the other side. But the analysis was a break of this trend line, and then that could be a possible trend reversal on the 1 minute chart, right? So there you go, a little trade there. So there's one trade. I feel better now because we actually got a trade. And it is 9:47. So let's set up the NASDAQ, which the NASDAQ range today, just because the institutions are not trading, I don't think it really means that much. Because they're the ones that create the volume, but it's definitely in a range. But now it's almost breaking above it. So we might get this trade in the NASDAQ. So we'll have to see how that goes. So this guy here is 934, and then it had equal highs here. Is this the 930 candle? Yeah. Okay, so pretty much, yeah, that's 930 there. So yeah, really, really small, but it is something, guys. We can use that. And yeah, that looks fine there. Maybe I might want to kind of fine tune it a bit. Yeah, so they were doing the dog was barking Lulu. You feel better now, Lulu? She gets really anxious when there's people outside. Um, so yeah, she's just like, "What are you doing outside?" Even though they're like not in our property. They're like, there's a bunch of fields behind our property. We live on an old golf course, and the old golf course is like behind our house. So there was people out there. I think just like people walking their dogs or something, and she saw it and she got upset because she's like, "That's my property," because she walks back there. So yeah, she got kind of mad about them being back there. Okay, there's a trend line here. This is the 1 minute chart, so it means absolutely nothing, but this is something we can keep our eyes on. Okay. And also on the 1 minute chart, guys, with your trend line, I tend to not really care all that much about the wicks coming down, right? I just look for like where's the strongest structure. So I feel personally like that's the strongest structure there. But the trend line could be like it could be like this, and there's just not three touches yet. But yeah, the 1 minute chart, you're pretty much just, you know, using your brain and thinking like, okay, what looks the best type thing. But we'll see if this holds. If it breaks below, we might be able to get like a little piddly trade here. Um, yeah, like as I keep on saying in the video, guys, trading's definitely not going to be our normal. Like you can see the volume's really low. And yeah, look at this. This worked out perfect. So we sold this candle here, and now it's just ranging again. Okay. It would be nice though if we got at least three trades today. And yeah, we'll just see here. It would be good too if I got a bigger monitor and then I could monitor gold as well on the chart because I feel comfortable comfortable watching three watching three assets at the same time. I think it's fine. And then we could on days like this we could probably get more trades. It's just with the essentials plan. This is what the plan I have with TradingView is the essentials plan. That's the one I recommend because you can put two screens on one screen there. But the next one up, I think you can put four on. So then we could put gold on as well. So yeah, I might do that. And then these days where it's just so slow, we could actually get more trades because there might be something in gold that we're missing out on, right? So the Nasdaq is looking like it's trying to give us a long position. So we'll see. We might take this, could go all the way up to there. I know there's definitely fair value gaps back here. Oh, wait a minute. It's back up to, yeah, there you go. Okay. So there's one right there. Okay. So this could be a little, you're going to get little trades today, guys. Like just holding today, I think there's too much risk in holding um, to get like a nice trade. Okay. So what I like to do is kind of just do two of the closest targets. Like you notice when I'm setting trades up in here, in the market analysis, these trades, I'm always just giving two, normally like two of the closest fair value gaps on the 1 minute. And yeah, normally it hits. Okay, so yeah, you can clearly see here it is on the 1 minute, which means nothing. It is trending up, but we know this is the 9:30 15-minute range. And this is your strongest point of resistance. This is your strongest point of support for the day. Okay. US30 is back down here. So this is kind of what we were waiting for when price was around here. Was it going to come back down? And this is the trade I want. Okay. I think that if US30 opens, a body opens here, we're going to come down to here. But we might range. So this might be your entry for a long. It's very, very high risk to enter a long here, but there's no volume. And the best thing might be to play support and resistance. You're either going to get this trade or you're going to get this trade. So we have to make up our mind about that. So what I'm going to do to make up my mind is I'm going to put my trend line across here. And eventually you'll get to the point where you don't need to have the line on your chart and you'll just visually know like, okay, if we get more neutral candles that look like that, doji candles, then you understand, oh, it's probably going to go up. right? The odds of it, because it's on the support. If it's under the support and it goes sideways, like it did last night, you're probably going to go down. Okay. So this is telling us we could go long. So I'm going to do another buy here. Okay. This is a high risk trade. So I'm going to take quick profits like I did with the last one, you know, and oh, that was weird. I clicked, oh, it came down a bit. Okay. Okay. And then my stop loss. So it might actually come all the way back down to here, but we're in with like nothing. So it's fine. But if we get a body open below here, right, then I'm out of the trade. Like I'm not going to entertain it. But it should either go sideways or it should just go back up, is what I'm thinking. Because there's no big players today probably that are thinking, oh, I'm going to take price down here. But if people see that price sticks down here too long, they're going to start to go short. So this could be a losing trade for us, guys. But we have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Is there any fair value gaps up here? There is one right here. So price could go to there. Okay. And then if you're uncomfortable with the trade, just get out of it. Like my account right now is minus $10, like for this trade. Like it doesn't really matter, right? Okay. Like we're trading on pretty much nothing just because we're, learning about things, seeing how the market reacts. Okay, one of my models is if price goes sideways for too long, just get the hell out of the trade because it's like buyers and sellers are just fighting and you don't want to be in that. Okay, but we could get a quick wick up here. It's almost back to the entry point. So you could make a decision now. Oh, I just want to get out. There, it's in profit. Okay, so oh, I didn't get out quick enough. Anyways, it could continue going up. Okay, I'm taking the $1.50 profit. I took a $1.50 profit there just because I don't like this. It touched the fair value gap. Okay. But we could continue going up and then it could give us a long. But I would get out of this, guys. There's just like that's the fair value gap it had to fill, and it pretty much touched it. Um, you can see here there's no volume at all. So I'm gonna say that trade was break even because I made $1.50 on it. So, but anyways, that's our second trade. Okay. We haven't had a loss yet. Oh man. Oh shit. Oh no, we didn't get the entry on this. Okay, good. Sorry, I wasn't watching the NASDAQ. And we had a candle touch our first target. Okay, so this guy here is giving us an entry. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to wait for a body to open above here. Then I'm taking 50%, then I'm taking 100%. If that's what plays out. If it doesn't do this all of a sudden and go sideways on us. Sorry, guys, I missed this. I was just focused over here and I missed that it went up there. So I'm because I missed this, right? This entry here. I'm even though I was looking at the chart when this candle opened, but it already touched. It took out that fair value gap. So I want to wait now for an entry above the fair value gap. Does a body open here? If a body opens here, the odds are we're going to go to here, okay, or at least to there. Or we could come back down and just go sideways because there's no volume. There's not enough people trading. Like, look at this, right? This is like you don't want to be trading and stuff like that. So just kind of stay out. This guy looks like he might come back down. Like no one's pushing price up. So yes, like this takes millions of dollars to do, guys. But we're talking billions of dollars makes it go up to here, right? So yeah, there's just not enough volume for us to do some good, solid trading. So yeah, I think of today, like if you're sticking around, I think of today as just like a learning day. You can put stuff in your journal. Like this stuff is really good. Hey, price went sideways. He kept on saying, don't trade when price is going sideways. Candles are neutral on the 1 minute chart. oh, look at the 15-minute chart. It's neutral as well. Like write this stuff in your journal because this is the stuff that's going to help you out in the future when you're trading on your own. You'd be like, oh, he kept on talking about when price goes sideways, the chart is telling you not to trade, right? This is price action trading, guys. It's levels and price action trading that we're doing. We're reading, like, basically, we're reading a bear chart. We're not using a bunch of indicators. We're using the VWAP basically, but we're just reading price based upon the level it's at, what it's doing at that level, and then also what the candles are telling us on multiple time frames, right? Okay. Okay. So this is looking like it wants to give us the trade that I want. I want this trade. Okay. So I'm waiting for a 1 minute body to open below here. Okay. And I'm hoping it's not just going to wick down there because you got to remember too, there's a lot of people that got in longs here. Like we got in a little quick long and then we sold in profit, right? Like $1.50 I made on that, nothing. But there's a lot of people that are still in their long position. They're going to sell here, basically. They're all getting out of their long, right? Okay. And then people are getting in shorts, which brings the price down. So, yeah, good thing we didn't take this because this is now going against. And that's why I was saying if we get a body open above here, because this has already been taken out, then it's like, okay, we got to think about that trade. But yeah, it looks like we're coming down that trend line again. Okay, this guy here. I don't even know why I'm thinking. Like I'm trading on nothing basically. I could just buy and it wouldn't mean anything, or I could sell and it wouldn't really mean anything. But yeah, we're gonna sell this here, and I'm just waiting. I want to see a body open. It's really come down a lot. Like as I was saying, they're like that's what everyone's thinking now. Okay, so there's our next candle. I'm going to get in a sell here. I'm in with hardly anything. So my model with this trade is if it comes up, it's already in profit. But if it comes up here, I'm going to get in more because I know it wants to come down here. Okay. And then, you're in profit. Like I've got $7 of profit right now. So 10, 13, right? Just take whenever you want, guys. Right? Like the normal me, I'd be taking a little bit of profit right now if I was in with my full like 10 or 15 lots, right? Okay, but I know that overall, this is where I want price to go to, but I'm not going to just wait and sit in the trade till price gets to here because what if from here it goes sideways and then it goes back up, right? I'm in with hardly anything, so I can afford to buy more up here, even though I bought, I think it was around here somewhere where I got in, so it's pretty much where it is. But am I, if I was trading on 15 lots, am I going to let, if it's in profit, say $150, am I going to let it just go against me? No, I'm going to take my profit. Like we're here to make money. So say for instance, right now I'm up $150. We've got double bottoms here. Maybe boom, I take my, so I'm out of the trade right now, just for example. Okay. You can stay in if you want. I take my $150 of profit or whatever type thing because it's showing signs of creating a double bottom here. The next, like now it's looking good, right? The next candle opens. If all these candle wicks are around the same spot, it's showing me that it wants to go back up. Okay. If the next candle opens and it's looking like, you know, like it's looking like the wicks are trying to turn back up kind of thing. Like the candles are going to show you what's good happening, what's going on. Okay. And then another thing I can do is I can go like this. Okay. So this is a pretty good trade that we're in. Okay. I can go like this and I can um like have another visual like these wicks here. This wick's the longest. If this wick doesn't go down here, which it is because it's a good trade, right? So say this next candle that's going to open, say it opens up here. Okay. And it didn't do that. Say it opens up here. Then I know, oh, that's a sign it might go back up. I got in, say you got in around here. I don't know exactly where we got in. Say we got in around here and the body of the candle opens here on the other side of this line and it's not creating this like bearish, pattern here, then that's a sign for you to get out of the trade, right? Take your profits. Just don't sit in it and let it go against you. Because honestly, guys, if it starts to go sideways, it can go all the way back up here above the VWAP and then, change the trend. Okay, so there you go. There's a sign right there. It's like hopefully you got out of the trade, right? Okay, so let's delete that. That guy's broken, but we probably will come up here, around this area. There's probably a fair value gap through here. We'll just check and look. Yeah, there's one right here. There's one at the line. So we know likely we're coming to here, or we're going to the red line, and then likely we're coming back down to go down here or to down here. Okay. So maybe this is our next trade, is this guy here. This guy here, I'd stay away from the NASDAQ. It doesn't know what it wants to do, right? The trend is up on the 1 minute chart, which means nothing. I keep on saying that. But yeah, this guy here is telling you like maybe just stay out. Like US30 is the best one to look at right now. Okay. I gotta drink some of my drink. I was nervous about trading live today, guys, just because I knew it was going to be like this, and it's going to be like we're sitting here for an hour and getting a couple trades. So I was kind of nervous about it, and I was nervous like I'd have to say, "Oh, I'm dropping my lot size," and then people aren't going to make that much money. Like right now, guys, I've made like I think $35 or something, which is like if we say we make $45 the end of this session, like my thoughts are like, oh, people might think it's not worth it to sit there for an hour. But I don't think you guys should think like that. I think you should think more along the lines of like this is like a learning experience, and just understand that like people are not really trading right now because the markets are going to close at one, and there's no institutions trading. But this is good. It's a good learning experience, right? To find your fair value gaps, see if the price goes to there. If I say something where you're like a light bulb goes off and you're like, oh, wow, okay, that makes sense, then you write it down or you remember it and then you write it down later, kind of thing, right? Or even little things that you see in price, right? It's good to like journaling is probably the best thing you can do to become a better trader, guys. Is write down your mistakes, write down things that like worked out for you, all those kind of things. Write down things that like you notice keep on happening. Okay. Like for instance, what I notice happening is this time of year, well, this year's a little special, but from pretty much February till normally it's February till like May, the market ranges a lot more than normal. So then you're not getting like as as many like good, solid, big, huge trades where you're going in and you're having like a $500 trade or whatever on one trade, right? But then during the summer, you see that a lot more is you actually get better trades. So, I don't want to make things political, but trading in a Trump market, guys, is totally different than trading in a Democrat market. It's trading in a Democrat market's easier. Like you're going to get cleaner moves because they tend to not go and say like crazy things every once in a while. Like, don't get me wrong. I if someone was to say, "Do you like Trump or do you like whatever?" I'd probably say, "Oh, I'd rather uh, see that Trump as president than Joe Biden or whatever kind of thing." But yeah, I don't want to make this any political there. I'm just trying to tell you guys that like it does matter who runs the U.S. in trading, right? And a Trump market, yeah, you get crazy moves, but you don't necessarily want to be trading in crazy markets, right? Like, sure, you can make good money, but then in a way, it's like you're just gambling, right? You want smooth, clean, like moves. And yeah, I've noticed that when a Democrat's president, trading is a little bit easier. Like, I have a more profitable year or years in a Democrat market. So you'll notice that once you get trading for a while. Um, there. Anyways, I hate talking about political stuff because it's most of it's like opinion pieces, right? So this guy here has touched. Let's get out of that. So we're not in that trade, sorry, but let's delete that line because it touched. And then we're looking for price to come up to here. Okay. We want to see what's going to happen in this area. There's a fair value gap here. Hopefully, I didn't lose people with that political talk. But we know this red line here, there's a fair value gap right there, like at the bottom of this candle from here to here. So we want to see if it comes back up to the red line or if it just ranges sideways here. If it comes back up to the red line and then shows weakness, it might come all the way down to here, but very low liquidity. So I don't know about that. So we'll have to wait and see. Or maybe this is it here. Oops, because it did touch, it touched a fair value gap here, right? So it could just come back down and this could be it right there, but we don't know. So what we could do, because it's so damn slow, is you could put a trend line here, and then when that trend line breaks, it might give you a sign like, okay, I have more confidence in entering a short. Okay, so your trend line's there, and then when this breaks here, it's like one more confirmation for you to enter a short. Okay, so this could be our third trade. Is this? I'm really surprised we haven't got a trade out of the Nasdaq yet. Uh, yeah, just going sideways. Let's put gold on and let's see. So let's chart out gold right now because we do have 20 more minutes. And this is kind of the time when we like to do the gold stuff. Okay, so 7 p.m. is way back here. So we got to really stretch this guy out. And yeah, this guy's trying. You can see, guys, it's trying to go for here. Okay. So also, when you drop your lot size, try your best not to change your trading strategy. Like for instance, you drop your lot size. Say you got in a long here, like you had a trend line coming down there, and then you got in a long here, and your target was this fair value gap, which it touched. Okay, so now it's touching here. But then you're in with hardly any lots because you drop your lot size because of the trading conditions. Don't try and squeeze more out of your trades, right? Just because it's like you're hardly making anything, you're hardly losing anything, so it doesn't really matter. Like one good trade on a normal lot size is going to make back, even if you had 3 losses in a row today, like it'd make back in one trade, right? Yeah, try your best not to change your trading model and just continue trading on the smaller lot size as you normally would trade. Okay, so yeah. 7. So here's 7 here. Oh, this is a little bit, looks familiar. Looks the same as everything else. So 1. So from there, so yeah, you can see everything is in that Tokyo range, right? Here's the Nasdaq. Everything's in the same. They're all in the range. Okay. Let's put this guy. Oh, we got to go to the 1 minute chart. What am I doing? So this is the 9:30. Oh no, that's 8. Man, 0 volume in here. I guess we can't really do anything with our lines on here because that's where the that's where all the volume came in at 8:30, or sorry, 8:50 to 9. Like that was closest to our trading session, right? Was there news at 8:30? No, nothing. Yeah, nothing today. Maybe this is just everyone getting out of their positions from trading back here. I don't know. Okay, so good thing we wait. This puppy just bursted through. So looking at the VWAP, the VWAP is the next thing that I would look for. Institutions, which there's really no institutions trading today. Everything's closed. That's where they would want to take it. So this is something else I'd be thinking right now. And this is something you might want to write in your journal. Is the traders that are been trading a while and they use the VWAP. on their chart, they would still be thinking that is um, price is going to go to the VWAP. So this would be a point where possibly today price could turn down from, because a lot of traders would be thinking of getting short from the VWAP. Okay. So that's what I'd be thinking next. And then I would go, can't believe we're trading US30 more than the NASDAQ. It's hilarious. I'd go to my candles and I look for fair value gaps. So this guy here is, I don't know if you could say that's been taken out or not. It's almost touched it. Yeah, so I would say there's probably no need, unless you know some big players are in the market, which I don't think they are, to bring price up here. I just can't see it happening. So probably we're going to get a bounce off this VWAP, and then maybe it'll come back down. We'll have to see. So you could take a very, very, very high risk short just from the VWAP here. Like there might be some kind of trend line coming across here. Okay, I'm definitely not going to short from here just because the normal Drew wouldn't do that. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for a confirmation to go short, but there'll be a lot of people shorting from here. So it might, you might get a little move down. We'll see. They're probably also looking at like a trend line, like retail traders, guys. They love to use trend lines all the time, even on a 1 minute chart. So they're probably doing something like this on their chart, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Personally, myself, guys, I feel the 1 minute trend line means really nothing, right? Like if you're trying to base your trades upon it, I don't think it means anything. I think it means a lot when you're in a trade and it shows you like when it breaks, oh, I need to get out, kind of thing like that, right? But this might be like how the majority of people have their charts set up right now. So I would keep that in mind. Okay, we're getting this little rejection off the VWAP there. If anyone took this trade, I would actually get out right here. I would just get out of the position. The position we want is we want to break. Why did I delete that? We want a break of this like little trend line here. Okay, so we want this, what's happening right now, and the next body opens below this line, then we would want to get in a short. Okay, so that's my next trade, which would be the third trade. Is a break of this. Okay, so if you got in a short there, guys, I would get the hell out of it. Like I wouldn't just sit in it because we don't know what's going to happen. Like if a body opens here, I'm not taking the trade, right? Like this just could be a liquidity grab. Okay, and then it could continue going up because it hasn't taken out this high here yet. Okay, so look at that. See what happened? It came right back up. Okay, so that worked out pretty damn good if you did take a little mini trade there. Okay, I'm not going to write that down because I was actually saying like I'm not doing that, so that's not counted as our third trade. But I know some people can't help it, and they're going to take it because I pointed it out. Okay, so boom, blast off. So this is our next thing we have to think about is if we get a body open above the VWAP, do we want to take a long position from here to, there's no fair value gaps through here. There's a little itty bitty one up here that this candle didn't take out. So that could be where price is going, but if it's going to go there, it's probably going to go all the way up here. Okay. So this is what we have to think about now is our next candle that opens in Takayashi. So not that one, opens above here. We could get in a long position. Okay. So this is the new trend line thing. It's right there. Okay. It's not, this one broke, right? So this trend line here is actually the new resistance point. If you were to put a trend line across there, like that would be some kind of little funny resistance thing, which it's already broken through. Right. Or you could put, this is why I'm saying like 1 minute trend lines mean nothing, right? Because you could even put a trend line there. It's like, oh, it's making some kind of weird pattern, you know? So I wouldn't really pay attention to trend lines. I would more pay attention to fair value gaps, previous wicks, that kind of stuff. Okay. So our next candle is going to be our entry. This is once again, it's a high risk trade because we're trading within this range, but it'll likely want to go up here. Okay, so it didn't do what I was planning. I was planning for it to come all the way down here. Okay, so there's our entry candle. So I'm going to buy it. Sorry, I've bought. I've bought in here. Okay, and then once again, guys, I'm treating the trading like normal. Like, hey, if I'm in with 10 to 15 lots and it makes a bit of profit, I get the hell out of the trade, right? Like this trade is only up $5, right? But if I was in there at 15 lots, it'd be up $90 or something. So maybe I want to get out. You know, it's hit this previous wick over here, almost not really, but it's probably going to go there. Did it hit it? Yeah, it did hit it. It's on it right now. Okay. So maybe I want to get it. What the heck's going on here? My MYM chart looks different than my US30 chart now. Huh. That's really weird. Okay, I'm going to get out of this trade because I don't like that. It's looking different than my other chart. Price was here, but on my MYM chart, it was down here. That's really strange. Now it's back to normal. Maybe it just has to do something with today. Anyways, I got out of the trade. But yeah, you could get back in if you want. You just have to wait to see what happens here. Okay. Or, I mean, sorry, you could stay in the trade if you want. You have to wait to see what happens here. And then if you're in this trade, you probably are going to take a loss if it opens. If it opens on the other side of this trend line here, guys, you should get out. Right? It's pretty much. I got out of it. I took the dollar profit or whatever, like break even basically. But I think it's at, yeah. See, the MYM chart, the micro contract is different now than the US30 chart. Here, I'll show you. Uh, see if it does anything different here. Here's this guy. So this is what we're trading on. It was when this one price was right here on this candle on the US30, price was there. On this chart, price was here. Like it come down a bit on that candle, which was really weird. And then this one did it right after. So it was like this chart was a little bit ahead of this one. Now they're doing the same thing pretty much. But that's that trend line there. Okay, so anyways, we did take a third trade. You could have got out on that with profit. Like it did go into like $15 of profit with my 3 lots I think I was in there with. But I took a break even on that just because I was talking too much. But yeah, we're just getting sideways action here. You can see this guy here is above the VWAP. This guy's below the VWAP. I trust this Y chart on this one, guys, is because I trust it more than this one. But yeah, we could get support on this VWAP. Here's something else that I'd want to think about today is there's more people trading today on this chart. Likely, right? Because all the retail traders are trading today, and they're all using prop firms, and they're trading on like small accounts and stuff like that. So they're using micro contracts. There's probably not as many people trading on a US30 chart, right? So that maybe I don't know. Maybe that's something else you'd need to think about today. So maybe it might respect this VWAP over this one. Yeah, see here, look again. See, this one's at the top, this one's in the middle. So that's what it was doing. There, you see? Isn't that weird? Oh, this chart's frozen. Look at it, it's frozen. It's not moving. It says 1 second on it. Here, let's. Oh, there now it goes. I wonder if it's this. There's no volume in here. Let's look at the normal standard candle. Yeah, see, there's no volume. There's no volume. So it when there's no volume, it stops. So that's the issue, guys. Is there's no volume. Oh man, I was wondering what was going on because I'm like, why isn't the US30 chart looking like the uh, micro contract? Anyways, there's another sign. Maybe we shouldn't be trading today, but we did get 3 trades out of this here. I highly doubt, guys, we're going to get a fourth trade. It's 1023. Um, if I was trading on my own and I wasn't doing a live, I wouldn't trade today. So I'm gonna write this down in my journal because this is the first time I've traded in a New York session that's this slow. There's no volume. I've never like I didn't know that the um, uh, micro contract chart could actually be a little bit different than the US30 chart if the volume is so low, right? Like you saw it, this chart actually stopped. It like froze because there was no, I guess, no buying and selling at that moment, right? So it just like stopped. Okay. And there was a huge, not a huge, but there was a actually when we put on the standard candle, it's not there anymore, but you could see, I forget which candle, I think it was this one. There was a gap in there. There was a gap in the price. Like that's something you'd see on like a really small asset, like maybe something like silver during uh Tokyo session. You'd see that like gaps in price, and the candles are super small with the standard candles. Okay, so this guy here is at the VWAP there. This guy's below the VWAP. We'll have to see what happens there, guys. I don't think we're going to get another trade. We have 5 more minutes. I don't think we're going to get another trade here today because I took a break even on that last trade, so pretty much made nothing today, like $30 or something like that. Get rid of this. This means nothing right now. So yeah, it looks like this VWAP here is being supported. This guy's under the VWAP now. Okay, let's just put the NASDAQ chart back on there. There's nothing in the NASDAQ. Oops. Gold. Gold is just trending down. Gold probably would have been our best thing to trade, but like this is the trading session for gold. It just dropped. It went down. Um, yeah, I don't even know. At least it's trending. Like the Nasdaq in US30 didn't trend. It went sideways. At least gold trended, right? Like it went down, which is easier to trade. But yeah, what a weird time to try and trade. Look at like Nasdaq didn't give it didn't give anything. It just went sideways. It gave us an entry here, but within that 1 minute candle, it wicked, so it didn't give us an entry, right? Like that was our first target, and this candle, didn't give the entry, and it hit that. So then I was like, oh, let's wait. And then this candle here opened for entry model, but it's not a good entry because that first target's already been taken out. So you want to enter above that target, which it never gave us that entry. And then it just went sideways again. So the NASDAQ didn't give us a trade at all. So we got all three trades in US30. And you guys, you might have even had a bit of a loss today, like honestly, because the moves were just so piddly. And if you didn't get out quick enough, then you might have even had a loss of like $10, or I made 30, so maybe you had a loss of half of that or something, right? Because the first trade we did, it'd be hard to lose money on that. This one, right? Because it was actually I kept on saying, oh, this is a good trade. So that's where all the money was made. And then these next two trades I took, both of them were break even. This one I could have taken profit on. I was just talking too much, and I was talking about what could have happened, and which did happen. It came down a bit, um, and I just never got out of it because I was in there with three lots and I just didn't really care. So we've got 2 more minutes, guys. As you can see, we're not going to get another trade. So this is our lowest so far, which makes sense. This is our lowest trading day. 3 trades. Only one I'd consider a good trade. The other were like break even, basically. Yeah. So this week in trading is our, not counting the first week, this is our second worst week in the trading, which still I made, how much did I make this week? I made about 650 this week. So that's not that bad. It's, much less than my goal is to make 250 a day. But anyways, considering that's a bad week and I still made some profit, that's not that bad. Yeah, so I think that's it for this session here, guys. We got one more minute. There's no trade. Like, there's no trade. So 3 trades it is today. That's pretty crazy. 3 trades in an hour in the New York session. But we did wait, and we did, we waited for setups. We didn't just randomly click buy and sell. Um, and actually, some of you guys took 4 trades because I did call this sell off the VWAP. So some of you guys took that. I'm not going to mark that down though, just because I didn't take it. Like, I only marked down the trades I took, and I took 3 trades today, and I made like $30. So, okay, I think that's it. We're almost at 10:30 here, and there's definitely not another trade. Let's see. There's 12 people, so some of the people left, which I don't blame you guys. It was pretty crazy. We got 3 comments. Lulu messed things up. uh, yeah. It's the trading today is like, we got a VIP member saying, it's okay, buddy. It's not your fault. The market's like this. Um, yeah, it's just like most people are not trading today, guys. They're just calling it a day, right? So that's it, and I will see you guys. Thanks for sticking around right to the end, guys. That means a lot to me. You don't have to. Like, as I said at the start, it's like most people are not trading. I kept on saying that, but yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. That's awesome. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. We have the Q&A on Sunday, so come with me at your questions on Sunday. It's at 8 p.m. EST if you can make it. We're going to do a trade, so we'll also look for a trade as well. But it might be like this, like really slow. So it'll either be a trade or a setup to watch there. Okay, so that's it.